What's going on, everyone? Design Coma here. Welcome back. And the gameplay you're watching is me playing some hardpoint, and I got the loophole out. And I think I went on a little bit of a loophole rampage with this one because I ended up with about 46 kills in the end. And we ended up losing this. We had it clinched for a while there, but you know, I don't know what happened. We just ended up losing it. So the loophole, you know, it's really a fun gun to play with if anybody's got it. You know, it's definitely fitting for the name because the stats don't necessarily, you know, speak the truth about the gun. You know, it has quite a few loopholes when it comes to the stats. But so yeah, I have a good time with it. I usually only use it on hardpoint or capture the flag. You know, it's a pretty good gun to have to lock an area down. You know, if you can. You know, once you get situated in a spot, you know, you'll see a few instances where I get you know, one of the hard points locked down in a few spots. And you know, for capture the flag, you just kind of, you know, hang back and let everybody else, the rest of the team, do their thing, and you just kind of protect your flag, you know, your team's flag. And you know, the reload is when it can get you. You know, and the thing is I ended up getting probably about 3 turrets in this one, and the problem is they're just remote turrets. You know, they didn't have the AI on them. I completely forgot to add that to them because I really don't like to have the turret where I got to use it. I'd rather have it all on its own. So I ended up getting about 3 of them, but I didn't use them because of that simple you know, that for that reason. You know, that was the reason I didn't use it. You know, overall the gameplay was really good. You know, I mean, I had some pretty good moments and I had some embarrassing moments. You know, but for the most part, it was great. You know, it was a good time. I did end up getting the supply drop because there was a challenge for the you know, using the loophole in hardpoint. You know, you had to get like 30 kills. So that was the whole reason for me using it. Because I only I don't use it all the time. I only pull it out and, you know, use the loophole just for fun sometimes. You know, whenever I feel like, you know, just goofing around or whatever. It's one of those weapons where I don't use all the time. But I'll tell you what, it is like a destroyer. You can just go in and destroy destroy hard points. You almost walk in there and just take it over. So a few updates I want to give. You know, I know it's been, you know, a few days since I posted the last video, and there's a number of reasons behind that. One was I had intentions on doing one Sunday. I think I did one Saturday. I had intentions to do one Sunday as well, but I ended up taking the time to get my desk moved around because I've been wanting to do that for a while. So I finally got it done. And unfortunately for me, it was a bigger job than I expected. You know, I really only expected to move my desk a little bit because I didn't have to really take anything off of it. I just had to unplug some stuff and just move the desk down a little bit from its current location to a new one, which wasn't really that far. It may have been 5 feet. But at the same time, I ended up having to, I guess you could say, MacGyverize my desk a little bit, where I needed to extend the desk out some to accommodate for my other monitor because my desk isn't large enough for it doesn't have the space for, you know, 2 monitors to be on it. So I kind of had to make a little bit of a extra extension on the ends, which ended up involving, you know, some wood cutting, drilling holes, digging for the right type of screws to use to get everything secured, some brackets to hold the piece on, you know, so it was secure enough so the monitor wouldn't fall. So yeah, that's kind of the way I ended up spending my Sunday, and which is fine because I've been wanting to do this for a while and it just needed to do it. So one other reason is, you know, my marathon base training has started. It started yesterday, and I had to run 3 miles when I got home from work, and I really wanted to do a video last night, but, you know, in coming home after working, and my drive to work right now is just atrocious. You know, it's like an hour and 20 minutes sometimes for me to get to work and from work. You know, a little bit longer sometimes because, you know, traffic is much different on my way home. So that's all going to change next week because I'll be driving into an office that's much closer, which is going to be a lot better because, you know, this drive is killing me. I've only been going out there mostly just for training purposes, which I mentioned in another video where I've been learning some new technology. Anyways, so that was really the reason. You know, by the time I got done with my run and, you know, dinner and everything else, I was whipped. I was exhausted. There was just no way I was going to get on here and do a video and have it sound really bad because I was tired and I probably wasn't necessarily in the mood 100% because, you know, I was just tired. I really just wanted to go to bed. So it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get into the momentum. I can't say that word either. Momentum for, you know, with the marathon, you know, training and all that, you know. And you're probably wondering, why am I running the marathon? Well, I'm going to dedicate a whole video to that. You know, I want to get it all in a nice little outline so that way I'm not bouncing all over the place. And I want to really take the time to explain the reason. You know, last year was to fundraise, you know, for Team World Vision. It's an organization that goes into Africa and other countries that, you know, where there are villages that just, they don't have clean water. And what they do with these funds is they go in and they build wells or they dig wells, you know, so they have clean running water, you know. And it's a really, really good organization. I mean, they do a lot of great things. So this year I'm doing something different though. You know, it's not the same thing. So like I said, I want to dedicate a whole video to that, and that way you get a good understanding as to why and all that good stuff. So and no, I'm not looking to win the marathon. You know, there's no way I'm gonna. Last year I finished in just a little over 6 hours, so I don't think I'm gonna be that fast the second time around. So a few things I kind of want to talk about too is Black Ops 3. You know, it's gonna be announced here in the next 5 days for me, 4 days for you, depending on when you watch this. And I'm just getting this feeling that the hype has kind of slowed down a bit. You know, it was going really good for a while there, and it just feels like it's kind of come to a crawl. You know, it seemed like there was a Snapchat coming out every 10 minutes. You know, and if anybody could give me instructions on how to use Snapchat or how to get it working, it's just, you know, I work in IT and I can't figure this out. It's a little ridiculous to me and it's driving me nuts. So yeah, it just feels like the hype has kind of slowed down a bit. And I feel like the momentum has kind of, I don't know, it's kind of taken away from the excitement for me now. So I'm really hoping the trailer, you know, the announcement that's coming out is going to kind of get things going again, you know, because I feel like it's kind of coming to a crawl. Another thing I want to talk about is, you know, I just feel like DC and Marvel are going crazy with these superhero movies. You know, I love the superhero movies, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I feel like they're just all being shoved down my throat year after year after year. You know, it's not that I don't enjoy them or love them when they come out. I feel like, you know, something different needs to happen. You know, Star Wars is coming out, that's great, but I just feel like I need a break from superhero movies, to be honest with you. You know, and the whole Batman versus Superman thing, I just never really understood it, because for me personally, and this is just my personal opinion, I just feel like Superman would destroy Batman. I mean, Batman's a normal guy in a super suit. To me, that's kind of the way it is. You know, that's the way I feel about it. So, you know, I really don't get it. It just makes no sense to me, you know. And of course we got Ant-Man coming out as well. That, you know, Ant-Man looks pretty good, you know. I do like the trailer. I really did like the trailer for Ant-Man. And I think I don't know, I feel like I'm more excited about that than Batman versus Superman for some reason. You know, and not that it's not, you know, great to see superheroes fight each other, but at the same time, it just logically doesn't make sense to me for some reason. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you know, if you did like it, give it a like, you know, give it a share, and don't forget to subscribe. Catch you in the next one.